dirty, 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 dirty.
Tell the people more about the advantages of our product.
They never lose their cool.
Expand your mind. But I've got a better source of information.
Dirty.
Yes. What's going on? Dirty 30 Beatdown Brown. My man Kumo E. How you like him now?
Yes, sir. Why is my thing burning like this?
Hey, look, we go. Hey, look, if y'all know, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One of those classic bars. Somebody had put that up on well, go see the doctor on TikTok or whatever, and I was like, man, I forgot he penned that lyric. So yeah, man. We in the building. What's good with your brother?
Man, everything's all good, man.
Okay.
It's just one of them things. Everything's all good, except for them canes. Dog got
Hey, man,
hurricanes
these kids
dropping, man.
Yeah, these kids will hurt you, man. These kids will hurt you. Yeah, man, mid-football season was tonight. Ennis Boots from Jersey, he fight this evening on the Zone. So yeah, man, should be a good night, man.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, man, let's get into this.
The gift that keeps on giving, man. This both
Which
of these
one?
cats, man. Both
Which
of these cats is the gift to keep on giving, man.
Which
All
one
right,
you want to go
you
ahead.
want to start with we can start either way, man. So let's go to you got two obviously hurt people
Mhm.
that's just keep on hurting, man. Kenny done did it again, man. He just keep existing. By existing, he has hurt these two brothers so bad, man. Young Money is just catching fades all over the place due to my man here. And it's wild. So
Which one you want?
we gonna go into Weezy Fest.
Okay. All right.
So we got Lil Wayne up here. I'm gonna ask y'all. This your man's? All y'all people that was asking. All y'all people that was saying, man. If y'all didn't go, it's on Prime. You can go look at it, man. That's sad affair, man. Yeah, everybody was up
I didn't know
there
it was on Prime. Shit. Okay. I didn't know it was
I'm pretty sure I heard it was on Prime. That's not where I caught it, but I heard it was on Prime.
Okay. We talking about that
Louisiana Fest.
Yeah, that happened last week. Yeah, man. Hot Boy reunion. Yeah, man. I heard. I didn't know it was on Prime, but I heard it. It was pretty dope. The cats did what they're supposed to do. Okay, go ahead, man. Give it to them. What's up?
It was okay. Let's go at the good first. The
Okay.
good. Wayne got his flowers. He got a key to the city.
Yeah,
He got honored.
he got a day.
He got a day. That's upcoming. You have the fact of the matter that the Hot Boys reunion actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
And that's cool. And we're going to be okay with that. The whole thing about it is this, where I said, is this your man's? Is this what y'all was up there screaming for?
Oh, I
Look
see.
at
Okay, go ahead.
look at Louisiana Fest, and we aren't going with the content of his music. We're not going with the fact of, does this play with a national audience? We're going to go with the fact of, look at this versus looking at the pop out. When you look at the quality of the production that was put out there, because this is your thing. This is what you're having. Homeboy's reading lyrics off a prompter. Homeboy is up there clearly not stage tested.
I just got the article. I didn't see any footage of it or any. I didn't know it went down like that. See, this is why I wanted you to do the lead off and run it down. I didn't know that. Okay, now he was like, "Is this your man's, man? You shot that right over my head." I was like, "Where are you going with this?" Okay,
Everybody's screaming, "Oh, Wayne should have had it. Super Bowl should have been Wayne. Wayne would have tore down the Super Bowl." That was an awful display. Homeboy is up there. Homeboy is up there. You don't know your own lyrics, and I don't want to hear about. He does so much music. You don't know. Everybody who is an old school recording artist records a lot of stuff for basically for the cutting room floor. So they got stuff that we don't know about. That they're like, is that a bar from that? Is that a bar from that?
Mhm.
They have a ton of music. You still have new pop records to be released right now. That's how much recording that man did. And that man would do everything to death when he did it. It's that cup, man. That cup has burnt him out.
I got you, man. I got you. I feel you was like,
The
dude.
the
But I think
sonically,
but I think they would have put together a better package if it was just him for the Super Bowl. It's always something bigger for the Super Bowl. Everybody put their hits together, and it's compressed. It's not like a real full show. The Super Bowl. What? How long is that performance? 35 minutes or
okay.
something like
My
that.
my question to you is this: is he going to be prepared? Because this is you being prepared for your show. For
Hmm.
your show. At no point during that show is up there is like, all right, I understand he doesn't have this ready. He don't have that ready. But
Right.
this 5 minutes here though,
Right.
this
I,
15 minutes here though, he was 110% on point. Tonality. When what's my man from That's So Raven is always popping up on folks.
Orlando.
When Orlando is up there, it's like, y'all want to hear that? That's what y'all want to hear during it. Dude, it was bad. It was bad. And then
Okay.
it,
But
and
I think he's gonna be on the Super Bowl. He's coming out. Watch. He's coming out. Mark my words. Wheezy will be somewhere on the show. Wayne,
is
what you call it? K Dot's gonna bring him out for something. Watch.
like I said, they've worked together before. They've done good music together before. That Mona
Mhm.
Lisa was banging. K Dot is one of his biggest fans. I don't doubt that the olive branch has been
Mhm.
extended. I don't doubt that the desire for the olive branch is there. But when you constantly during this show, he took the moment to say the Super Bowl was ripped away from him and all like that.
Mm.
He went through a whole long diatribe about how he worked his ass off to be there and everything else. Like, dog, I can't tell from this show.
Got it.
If
Okay. See, I never been to a Wheezy concert or anything. I never heard anything about a Wheezy concert, so I don't know the stage presence. All I know is just his,
it
I get a clip here and there of his verses, and that's about it. But yeah, I
Wheezy
never.
Wheezy 15 years ago is not Wheezy now.
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is we could say Nas 15 years ago is
Yeah.
Nas now or better.
Right.
Common 15 years ago or 50 or now is the same or better. These people, he's burnt himself out, and he doesn't. And once again, I'm talking about people with huge catalogs. I'm talking about people that have been on everything. If we go to a Common, we talking about a cat who's up there doing other people's catalogs to fill in for a rest in peace member. He's popping up and doing De La shows. He's popping up and doing everything else. He and he's 110% on point. You're not prepped for this. You're not doing this. This isn't
Got it.
it.
I got it. I got it. And
And when you're working in that, honestly, I'm looking at the fact that as far as not only is Jay saving his job with the NFL by not putting you out there, he's saving your rep. There, because believe it or not, there's some people that don't know who you are, and to put you in front of a bunch of people that don't know who you are, it will tarnish your legacy. They'd be like, "Yo, did you see that Super Bowl, dog? Ooh,
there has to be some type of a little bit of representation from that region, just a little bit, considering how much that comes from. What if he pull what you call it, man, an audible, and we see Jay Electronica.
that's not going to happen." Jay hates him, and he hates Jay.
I know. I know. I'm just saying because of him being a native, So
Yeah,
that's
not going
all.
to
I
happen.
know that. No, that's not going to happen. But
What
something like that, somebody pulls something like that out.
If he
That'd be
if he
crazy.
pulls Juvie out, prime
Oh, that's a
example.
smack in the face. Oh, that'd be a smack in the face.
But Juvie went up there. Juvie and Manny said if he called, we there.
Yeah, that tiny desk put these cats up there. It
But
put
but
them out
Ju,
there, put them up there and up there like that, man. So
but that goes to show you, Juvie came out before Wayne. Juvie is older than Wayne. Juvie is still sharp. It's the case of it's not saying he doesn't have music, but once again, does your music support you being up there in front of, let's be honest, white people and kids? You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to hear who you knocked off. You know, how your rhymes is like chlamydia. It's sick and catchy. What? That's not Super Bowl material.
and
I
that's what they were
don't.
saying about the weekend when he did his thing or whatever. That was just like a MJ type concert, all his stuff or whatever. But Wayne, you can make it so that it's doable. Wayne has a catalog that could go that way if he cleaned it up a little bit, but
Okay,
he has
but
to be sharp.
how could he clean it up? Let's go to the hits. Lollipop, Screw Him.
Like I said, I'm not a Weezy. I don't know his catalog like that, but I do know that
all the hits. So okay, you can do.
He got enough to do a Super Bowl. I think he can pull it off.
You got gun bars and sex. Like I'm just being honest.
Okay.
You got gun bars and sex. If you put a Nas up there, Nas has inspirational stuff. I know I can. You got if I ruled the world, you got stuff that isn't gun bars and sex.
He will never get it because Jay didn't do it.
But
Jay will hamstring. Yeah, I get it. I see where you're going.
You have stuff that isn't gun bars and sex. Wayne has gun bars and sex, so that's content only. But the hugest thing right now is Homeboy is burnt out.
Okay.
And Homeboy being burnt out, it's bad. It's bad.
Folks, get down in the comments if y'all seen this on Prime, or if y'all actually watched it, or if you even attended the show. Please get down in the comments and let us know how you guys felt about the performance of Wayne and the reunion of the Hot Boys.
And the one thing that people are saying is it took too long to get here to this because the audience was disinterested. They weren't into it. They weren't rocking with it. It was an overall sad looking affair.
Okay.
And that's the problem with that. Do I have anything against Wayne? No, I think Wayne is a phenomenal rapper. He do put stuff together. He will make a boring bar crazy. He will go and run something right now and you're like, oh, that's garbage. And then 2 to 4 bars later will tie back into it, like, that's crazy. This fool. Somebody broke down the Spider bar, where he was just basically breaking down in a verse an analogy between him and the spider. When you listen to the bars themselves, they don't sound that hot. When you look at them overall, it's like, this motherfucker's crazy. This shit is wild.
And that's the shit you can't do at a fucking Super Bowl. Nobody's going to try to break down your bars on the Super Bowl or whatever. So I got you.
If your performance is off, if your voice is off, if you look spaced out. He looked spaced out on stage.
Okay.
It was not good. And that's why I'm saying you're looking at a Kenny who is in his element right now. He's in his prime. He's that quarterback that he's Lamar Jackson right now.
I'm about to say, when haven't he been? He's just been idle. He hasn't had the opportunity.
But every
time he pops out, it's like every time he pops out is next level.
He's Lamar Jackson right now. Homeboy is up there. What's he gonna pull out his bag? This is crazy. He's got you glued there. As where, like, literally, like right now, Homeboy, what's my man down in New Orleans that had his shoulder all torn up in that last, not Drew Brees, I can't think of his name. Quarterback down in New Orleans was great, did a thing, and in that last season, he couldn't throw the ball 5 yards. It just,
It
it's
wasn't
just
Carr.
nah. You know who I'm
Shit.
talking
Yeah,
about, though.
yeah.
He looked. That's what Wayne looked like. New Orleans to New Orleans. He looked like that. It was like all these years you was running it, but this last year you can't get the ball down the field. Why are you even sitting here behind snap? You just taking hits. That's what it looked like on that stage. It looked like he was taking hits, man. It's nasty. So
all right, man. And let's I put this other one on here, man. This was for you, man. This is, going after the banner. Yeah, the banner. That's what I'm talking about, man. My favorite diehard Kings fan. And I saw this article and was just like, hold on, man, he taking shots at my people's people. Okay, here we go. And it ties into what we're talking about now. The subject at hand is that damn Drake acting real light-skinned again. Going after DeRozan at a goddamn Toronto game. Sacramento was in town, and Drake was up there talking about if they ever put a banner or put something up in the rafters for him, he's gonna snatch that shit down. Trying to punk an NBA player, all over this whole him being from Compton and being in the Not Like Us video supporting K Dot. Like, bro, that's his turf. And also, my other thing is, why wasn't your goofy ass at this goddamn concert? That was your boss.
I'm gonna give a couple things here. One, I'm going to do something I never do. I'm gonna defend Drake for once, and then I'm gonna quickly do the heel turn.
Go, please, because I don't like where this is at right now. Go ahead, go. Explain yourself.
The initial defense of Drake. Why was he not at Lil Weezyana Fest? And why was he there? He's the ambassador for the Raptors, and they're retiring Vince's jersey that night. They're retiring Vince Carter's jersey.
Okay, all right.
You have to be in Toronto.
Got it.
That's without a question.
Didn't know that backstory. That makes a lot of sense.
He's a team ambassador, and they're retiring Vince's jersey. You have to be in Toronto for that. So even if they weren't playing the Kings, if they were playing the Knicks, if they're playing anybody else, you're retiring Vince's jersey. You're a team ambassador. You have to be there. Okay. So that outside the birth of one of your other hidden children, you got to be there.
That part. Okay. See, I did not know that. I didn't know. I just thought he was just being, doing what Drake does, like taking an opportunity to take a shot at old boy. I know, but I didn't, because the thing is, I saw the clip when Vince got the call. It's making the rounds when he got the call saying they were retiring his jersey. He, broke down and hugged his son and all that stuff. That should almost pull one up out of me. But because that's Vince. Right. But I didn't know if that happened. Okay.
The second defense I will give to Drake is this, and this is you could say he's in his feelings or whatever. DeRozan, on record in an interview, said when he got traded, he was depressed. He was all jacked up, and we know he's had a book about his mental health and how to cope with mental health. He's had the situation. He's explained all this stuff. He's like, his friend that he turned to, that brought him to the house, that talked him through it and got him cool, that's been a great friend to him, was Drake.
Okay.
So with that being a case, that DeRozan is on record of saying that and saying this, I would say, in Drake's defense, you can be a little bit saucy, a little bit. I wouldn't say saucy. You could be a little bit. You can, as the youngins say, feel some kind of way. That all of a sudden, this dude is in the video that is absolutely shredding you. Like, you was mentioned in the song. You can't help that this dude mentioned you in the song.
Right.
You can't help that. But you popped up in the video. You popped out at the pop out. Then you popped up in the video. Yes, I can honestly see where he could feel some kind of way. But if that's your friend, if that's your friend, you have his phone number. You have it. You don't deal with this on a public. And who knows if they didn't have a phone conversation amongst themselves. That part we don't know. If he's like, for real, dog, you popped up there, or did he just get in his saucy moments and be like, I can't believe him, and flipped his.
He gonna choose him over me on some old relationship, like, this is my man. relationship. But
Now
yeah.
going with DeRozan on this one, dog. Understand this. I did not realize that DeRozan and Kendrick's families are tight. You're
They from
from
Compton. They from the
you're
turf.
from
Compton ain't that big. Go ahead.
you're from Compton, and
Uh-huh.
I understand that. Y'all both from the blood end of Compton, not the Crip end of Compton. It ain't y'all on different sides of Compton. You're on the
Mhm.
same end of Compton. So yes, you do know him, and you know what's popping off there. With all that being said, dog, this is where Kendrick said, you don't understand how stuff works on this side. Because this is, I won't say pulling his black card, but pulling your black card. Understand the fact of the matter is, if a Youngstown cat that is from my block, got Youngstown versus wherever else beef, I'm with the Youngstown cat. All love to whoever that is, but I'm with the Youngstown cat. I'm with home team right
It
here.
don't even matter if he's from the south side, north side, west side, east side. If we out of bounds and you hear some dude from Youngstown, you at least popping in, checking to see who
Dog,
the fuck it is. You know how
dog.
that go.
You know
So
how many times when we was
you know,
traveling out of town, yo, there's something popping off in Cleveland. Some Youngstown cats into it with somebody. All right, what was
yeah,
they from? Well, first of all, they from the Yo. Everybody
yep,
from the Yo going back to the Yo.
yep,
So what's
yep,
cracking? We didn't
yep.
jump into stuff that, or at least look menacing for
Mm-hmm.
stuff that was like wasn't even our fight.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like
in this,
you need to get back home. We got you, but then we'll deal with that when we get back home. It's Youngstown biz. We'll take care of that later. But in the meantime, we ain't gonna do no foul shit when we out of bounds. That
yeah,
happened in
exactly.
Cleveland, Pittsburgh, all over the surrounding areas. Shit then popped off, and it was just like, man, let's just get back to the crib, and we'll let the dust settle and figure out everything else. But first, we got to get back home. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so.
Exactly.
I get it, but I don't know what old boy
Now,
thought he was doing at the
now
game. That's what
here's
pissed me off. Go ahead.
now here goes the reverse.
Go.
Here goes the
Go.
reverse. You sitting up there with pink barrettes, a little pigtails and a baddie chain, because somebody broke down what was on the chain that he got.
Okay.
Somebody gave him a BFF baddie chain, and that's what he is wearing. It looked like a big friendship bracelet,
Okay.
and it said something like that, like a dude gave you that. Everything about you looks saucy right now, and you up there duck lip ming mugging a cat, a professional athlete at their job.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
dog, do you know how sassy you look right now?
And
Do
if,
you know
and
how much of a punk you look like? So you mean mugging this dude, and this dude dropped 33. He wasn't bothered by you whatsoever. Then you're up there, they're asking you about stuff. He's up there, it's like, we got to play this goof tonight.
see, come
Like,
on. My thing is you diminished that night. That night was bigger than just this was Vince's night, right? This
dog,
is what pisses me off now when you brought that whole thing up about Mr. Carter. I don't want to hear nothing about this Drake bullshit, man. When you said that Vince's jersey was getting retired, everything was like, all right, then that's what it's about. Fuck Drake, fuck DeRozan, all that shit. That was Vince's night, and now only thing you got from that night is what this dude, acting all light skinned.
and and the reporters knew what they were doing, what they were asking. They asked him, like, okay, so if they put a DeRozan jersey up there, how are you gonna feel
Mm,
about that? They knew what they were asking him. They
okay.
baited him.
Hmm.
But here's what happens when you're a statesman, you're a brand ambassador. The highest statistical leader in all stats for your team is the dude that you're mad at. That's that dude. You're going to say, you know what he meant for this team, not what he meant for me,
That
whatever.
part.
What he
That
meant for this
part.
team and this city when he was here. He brought a whole lot of winning. He brought a whole lot of stats to his team. We're going to put him up there and proudly represent what he meant to this team. Fuck that dude. In the back of your head, you be like, fuck that dude.
Uh-huh.
But when Debo was in a jersey, Debo meant something here. Debo was fucking cats up. The only thing that stopped Debo when he's here was LeBron. That's the only thing that stopped him when he was here was LeBron. The only reason, let's be honest, the only reason why Kawhi got one when he was there was because they didn't go heads up with LeBron. They did not.
So
LeBron was the only thing to stop that action for them. So it's like, so what? It makes no sense at all. So the funny thing about it is understanding another cat that was on them squads that was a part of that, Baron Davis, who was cool with both Vince and them. You gonna tell Captain LA Crip that you got beef with him? Remember, Baron Davis was telling cats when they was knocking my man over. He's like, hey, I'm gonna make it real hard for y'all when y'all come out to LA.
What's his name? Because I remember the story.
Tiana Taylor's ex-husband.
Yes, damn, that's fucked up. We gotta call him
Iman Shumpert. Yeah, when Shump was getting knocked around, he's up there like, "Yo, y'all keep this up. I'm gonna make it real hard for y'all when you come to LA."
Yeah,
California.
He's like, didn't nobody touch you? He's like, I didn't hit the floor for the rest of the night. It's different. Y'all don't understand.
California's
they move different. Yeah, it's rules and regulations you need to abide by, and if you don't know, keep your ass on the sidewalk.
Drake. We're going to look at pop stars and how they move differently and make stuff difficult differently. We're going to look at pop hip hop stars. Hammer, being a California Bay native, made it hard for a lot of hardcore cats. A lot of hardcore cats had to bend the knee because they's up there's like, yo, when I went out to the Bay, when I went out to California, period, this cat migrated down to LA to let me know it was not going to be a comfortable situation. I didn't even get to Oakland. He let me know in LA it wasn't going to be comfortable. He's from Oakland.
Yeah, let's not forget about when E40 checked Biggie. When he came out there, he was like, man, they sent some goons, to pretty much ask what was that whole comment he made overseas. He had a conversation with a reporter overseas and said something that didn't sit well with 40 Water. And when Biggie touched down in the Bay, he had to have a conversation, and there was like, these motherfuckers was serious. It was like, well, we had just enough time to get from point A to point B, which the B was the airport. It was like, we got the fuck out of Dodge, got up out of there. It was like, yeah, we squashed it, but it was one of those we got to pass.
Yeah, dog. California is different, man. And
very different. And back then, you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no social media. It was just that happened. I'm gonna see you. And he did and spoke his piece. And that's, that was the story. But it was one of those like, bro, you pretty much, he needed to check in with 40 and explain himself,
So the Uno reverse card was, okay, the Raptors had to go out to Sacramento. And Vivek Ranadivé, shout out to the owner, man. That's my man showed up courtside with a Not Like Us shirt on.
Yeah, the owner. The owner jumped into the fray. I love it, man.
Just to understand, this isn't no 20-something-year-old, some 40-something-year-old. This is I'm pretty sure, a 60-something-year-old Indian man up there rocking a Not Like Us shirt to let him know that he's standing with his player. But what's even funnier is when they introduced Debo, that he was coming to the squad, that's what they walked him out to.
Dope.
They walked him. Dope. Him and Vivek walked out to Not Like Us to introduce him. So It's like homeboy is tapped in and he understands what's going on. But the funniest part about it was Debo's response is both in the press conference where he's like, Drake said if they put up a banner for you, he's going to tear it down himself. He's up there like, well, he's got a long way to climb. Good luck, and walk right off the press conference right after that. But then his social media post was hilarious when he hit him with that Friday clip.
Yes.
It's up there's like, yeah, I got mind control over Debo. When he here, I shut the fuck up. When he leave, I be talking. But during the game, somebody brought up the footage. It's like when he was looking directly at these cats, him and Chubbs, these cats looking off, looking to the side. Then minute he look away or go back to playing.
Yeah.
My fault, I didn't do that right. Look.
Come on, I had to bring this up. It's our lovely, co-host, Mr. Beatdown. This is his squad. And I was like, we gonna talk about it. We're gonna get into it. And plus it tied right into the first topic. But yeah, thank you for the clarification. I had no idea that was happening last week or whatever. And again, it's a damn shame that this is what we got to talk about instead of the the great Vince Carter, got his jersey, got his shit retired. And we got to talk about this nonsense, man. Come on, man.
Like, dog, come on, man. And this goes back to everybody was wanting when Kendrick did that Harper's Bazaar interview. Everybody was hoping he was going to throw direct shade at Drake in this interview, right?
Mhm.
And when he said, "No, not like us," means I'm a man of morals and values. If you are not that person and don't operate like that, then you're not like me. You're not like the type of people I surround myself with. It was a shot, but he kept it classy.
Yeah, like you
This
said,
this is not the format.
this
This is
like
not the
you
format
said,
for that.
K-Dot was acting like the ambassador that was bestowed upon Drake. Like you said, this is how that rollout should have went. That's
Dog,
all.
what this
But
cat meant to this team, what he
that's
did.
it.
This is
That's
this
it.
is what he was, and this is how we
That's it.
respect it. Thank you for
That's
your
it.
basically. Thank you for your service. I don't have to like you. Come on, you think when everybody, we just had a nasty ass cantankerous election
Mhm.
that just happened.
Mhm.
You had a whole lot of people that don't like each other that had to
Mhm.
speak well of
Mhm.
somebody they can't stand that ran a nasty ass election against them. I don't necessarily stand behind either side of that.
Mhm.
But whatever the case is, folks being adults in the room was up there is like, hey, this person won.
That's
Leave
it.
everybody going about their day. We're not going to fight in that manner, but fight to make sure that you keep your rights in check and blah, blah, blah.
We
Thank
talked
you for
about
your
that.
support.
We talked about that on Wednesday, and we also
Mhm.
said, I was like, "Do y'all hear that? You hear what that sounds like? That sounds like folks accepting the results of an election. That's what that
Yeah.
sounds like. There's no January 6th type activities going on. There's no rioting in the streets. There's no damn tiki torches. People just accept it, and you move
People
on
took
as
their
adults.
L.
Yeah, I think people voted. The people spoke. That's what it is. Move
Yeah.
on. That's how that goes. That's how democracy works. You don't like, that your team lost. You don't go, peeing and pooping inside of Congress. You don't go raid, shit just because your side lost. You accept it and you go
You
home.
don't screw up an evening.
That part.
If that's how you were going to behave in all of this, then you might as well have been down in Louisiana. You might as
All
well have
right,
been
man.
down in Louisiana, but he might have been down there up there boo-hooing about how Wayne ain't loving him right. I don't know. Homeboy.
Next. Hey man, we're done with this. Let's all right, man. We done.
Hey,
You want to keep going, or you just want to jump out?
appreciate the hey, look, appreciate the subs.
Yes,
Thank y'all.
sir. Yes, sir.
Love y'all. Thank y'all. Keep supporting. Go to tpublic.com/the beatdown.
Get
New
the
merch up there.
merch.
We got the Rat Raise shirt up there right now.
Mhm.
We got new merch coming after that. We on the push to 1,000. We actually on the push to 1,000,000, but
Yes, sir.
let's get us to
The
1,000 first.
Yes,
We on the
sir.
push to 1,000. Get us there. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you check out everybody on the Schwebel room. A lot of great content going on. And we just thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. And we out, man.
Peace.
Peace.